Should I do my hair?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dropping Wisdom with Santos podcast. And today, I have a reoccurring guest, episode 91, my man Billy. Please introduce yourselves and tell us what it's going to be about today.
That's me, Billy over here. This is Ashley. We're talking about Central Shore today, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in Central Shore, I felt bad, man, because when you were on before, I had you do all three in one. And all the rest of my episodes, I have a full episode for their restaurant. And since I went to your restaurant a couple weeks ago and I had the soft shell.
Yeah, burrito.
That was delicious. So I'm like, man, I feel like an asshole, man. Let me get these guys one episode for that restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So Central Shore, Instagram name Central Shore Caribbean, Facebook name Central Shore, website centralshoredrive.com at 2301 Red Tide Road, Virginia Beach, Virginia. And the phone number is 757-656-1155. Now, this is a high-energy Caribbean tapas lounge, one-of-a-kind atmosphere.
True story.
Yeah, I was there. I was like, I got kind of hyped in there.
You can attest.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm on your website right now. It's saying, choose us for your next special occasion or get together. Get a birthday party, rehearsal dinner, corporate or other event coming up. We're a great option for your gathering. Inquire today and let us know how we can make your special occasion perfect. Perfect. And I was in there. You have like a good Caribbean tiki vibe going on. And so tell me, where'd you find the chef?
Chef, funny story. Funny story. We just blown up. The chef we had, sorry. Rats on me. We were running into problems with our original chef. She decided to go on a hiatus of sorts. And so we were running around trying to work everything out, get everything together. It was, I'm going to be perfectly honest. The closest thing I can equate it to, because the chef didn't show up, but we just had a really, really, really good review, was that dream where you go to high school and you don't have any clothes on. Because it was that bad. People just kept coming through the door. And it was like a bad nightmare just because, well, we weren't fully staffed in the back. The guys we had back there, man, they were doing everything they could. But it was an impossible task. I mean, I just wanted I kept looking at my clock and my watch, and the time kept going backwards. Like the day was never going to end. But we got through that, and funny enough, we must have done something right somewhere along the way, because I went over to the other club, over to Central 111, to get that set and ready for the night. And I go over there, I get it all ready. The music, the lighting, and everything, and I get an Uber to get back over to Central Shore, and I get in the Uber, and it's a familiar face, familiar sound, a guy that actually used to chef for me, and he's like, well, how's everything going over shore? I was like, well, not real good, man, because I don't know where my chef's at. Pretty much went AWOL. So, crazy story. Guy's like, well, I was thinking about getting back into the business. I go, wow, really? Pedro, that's amazing, but unless you can be there at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm still hung out to dry. He turns around, he goes, you know what? I'll be there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kismet. I think it's Kismet.
Yeah. That's great, because, so did he continue the menu as it was? Or did he make up his own thing?
Well, our menu, because we were coming back in, the Caribbean we had a very, very, very limited menu. I think it was only really, what was it?
Like 7 items.
7 items. So we were breaking into that. So it wasn't really much of a menu at that point in time. But he came in, he revised and added on a lot. Within about a week and a half to 2 weeks, we had a completely different menu. We retained some of the items, the natural Caribbean stuff. But yeah, he really expanded it.
Yeah, because I'm looking.
He spent probably about 5-fold.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the menu, man. You guys have I like the names you give them. You give some of these. You got wings, island nugs, chicken nuggets. You have empanadas. Oxtail is not my thing. But you got oxtail island nachos, but that's with plantain chips, right? That's just I like plantain, and you got all these different types of tacos, jerk chicken, fried shrimp, oxtail, quesadilla, blackened salmon, jerk chicken, all kind of classic Cubans. You have rasta pasta, lechon frito, blackened salmon again, and island nugs, and you got all these lamb chops, twisted Cuban, ribeye steak, jerk chicken, arroz con pollo. You got, this is a really good menu. You got desserts, Biscoff cheesecake, chocolate Oreo crumble, spice rum pineapple upside down cake, coconut pineapple cake, and a bunch of sides, coconut rice and peas, black beans, baked mac and cheese, Spanish rice and peas, sweet plantains. I love sweet plantains. Sauteed broccolini, grilled asparagus, collard greens, and braised cabbage.
And you should see the brunch menu.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to brunch right now, man. Let me go to brunch. Now you got a bunch of French toast and waffle. Now brunch. When is brunch?
Brunch is every Sunday, 11 to 3. We do it. It's a Caribbean karaoke brunch. We have a couple different KJs that come in. It's a lot of fun. It's funny because people tend to forget that it's Sunday afternoons, and when they walk outside and the sun hits them, it's something else. Because it's very high energy. Lots of birthday parties, lots of celebrations, lots of bottomless mimosas.
Yeah. I don't know with that. So this is mimosas, boy. So you got French toast and waffles. You got fruity pebble French toast, Cinnabon French toast, chicken and French toast, classic waffles, fruity pebble waffles, party waffles, chicken and waffles, bunch of build your own breakfast stuff going on here. And then on the other side, what did I see here? I love shrimp and grits. So,
Who doesn't?
What is Italian grits? I don't know. I've never heard of an Italian grit. Is that the cheesy polenta? Is that what the grits are? What makes it Italian? What makes grits Italian?
It's polenta.
Okay. Oh, that's what it is? Okay. Because I'm like reading it. I'm like, that sounds delicious, but what's Italian grits? All right. That's great. I love me some shrimp and grits. You know, Egg Bistro put my name on the menu for their
I did not know that.
Yeah, I trolled Mike and Doug for a while because a lot of breakfast places around
Good
here.
fellas.
Yeah.
Good fellas. We go way back.
Yeah, 90s, mid-90s, the block.
Good Lord.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these breakfast places have shrimp and grits. And I used to troll them because they never had it. You know, and I used to, man, come on, man. Put some fucking shrimp and grits on the menu, bro. That's like a top item.
Sure.
You know, and they put it on there. And
it sounds good.
Yeah, and they call it the Santos. It's on the menu, the
There
Santos.
you go.
But it's delicious. A big plate. It's delicious, man. But that's I want to try yours now because you have it on here. But you can't go wrong with shrimp and grits. Italian grits. Shrimp and Italian grits. Breakfast lasagna. Big Island burrito. Chilaquiles. Fried shrimp. Ribeye steak. Lamb chops. Lechon. Central tiki skillet. Frittatas. Island hangover. What's that? Birria? And Cowboy Shore. Shrimp and crab. Slim Fit. Benedict's. Man, you guys have a big menu, man.
You name it.
Jeez. And then we're going to go, okay, what's your happy hour? Wednesday through Sunday, 3 to 6.
Ashley, you want to take that?
Yes, Wednesday through Sunday, 3 to 6. We just released a new happy hour menu too. So we've got half off empanadas. We have the $5 oxtail sliders still. We do dollar wings, but it's orders of 6. So they're normally 12, so it's half off as well. We do half off tacos, and we do $5 well drinks.
Half off shrimp and grits?
No, we don't have that on our dinner.
Good try.
Unfortunately.
Good try.
Well, you never know.
Maybe just for you. Just for you, Santa.
People seem to really like the shrimp and grits, by the way. But so we have $5 wells, $5 perfect crushes. People like to do mango, strawberry, so we allow different flavors for that.
For the crushes? Can you combine them?
Yeah, sure. People
Because
love
I love
to
Miami
combine
Vices. I like my Miami Vice.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, I like to encourage people to do it just because it encourages them to try more. Like, that's
Get
what
fucked
happy
up
hour is
quicker.
about too.
Mix the shit up,
Happy
yeah.
hour is about trying things, so I don't have a problem with that. Yeah.
That's great. So that's your happy hour. Now do you have a daily special or just like weekly specials? How's that roll?
We do. That changes. We try to keep it seasonal. We just had a soft shell, fried soft shell crab fried. soft shell crab on top of a shrimp and crab burrito. That went over.
That's what I had, right?
Yes.
That's what you had.
That was delicious with the
We
sweet
sold out of
plantain.
that. Yeah.
It was a good big ass burrito, man. I
It
love
took
it,
both
man.
of us to finish it. I don't even think we finished
Now
it.
you're making me feel fat because I ate that shit.
Well, that might have been your only meal. Huh? We had that at the end of the day.
No, I'm just fat. That's all. I'm just fat, and I like to eat. That's it. I ate it more. Oof. I broke down. I gave Sar a plantain.
There you go. There you go. Keep the peace.
Yeah. So what are the locals? What's the locals' favorites?
People love the wings. They are very good wings.
Is there one flavor? What kind of flavors you throw in?
I mean, I would say honey jerk is obviously the most popular, and then honey lemon pepper. We also have honey barbecue that's pretty popular too. They love the oxtail sliders.
I was gonna say, I know it's not your thing, but oxtail, man.
It's not my thing either. But
I used to live in the Bahamas.
Oh really?
Man, let me tell you, man. Do you know what? When you know the purpose of an oxtail, what it does, it's to turn off to eat. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But I have a question for you guys. Since, like I said, I lived in the Bahamas for a while, and one thing they take very serious, and I brought that back here when I make it. I don't make it often, but when I do, I spice it up. They're very, very particular about their mac and cheese. Do you guys put in, like, spice up your mac and cheese?
Well, it's funny you should say that because the special this week is.
Well, I know the special last week was the mac and cheese.
Well,
I'm not
no,
sure what it is
we're
this
running it
week.
back this week.
Okay,
The
so
same
we
time.
had a food blogger come in, Yamabucko, and we had a special. It was shrimp and crab, mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese with tostones and pita bread. And it was enough for 2 people. It was delicious. So we had it again last week. We sold out, and I guess we're bringing it back this week because it was so popular. It's delicious.
Now, it
Has
might be
curry
enough for
as
2
well.
people, but one just enough for me, right?
Yeah, it has curry.
You were just enough to
It's
make
good.
Sar a little
I
bit
told
happy.
you, man. I tell you that's a gimme, man. Because I'm like, they're really good. I never had like, what you want big? It's such a big deal about mac and cheese. And then when I had their mac and cheese, I'm like, fuck. The way they spice it and they make it a little hot. They put some ghost pepper in there. It's delicious. I don't know how you guys make
Not
it.
the same thing you had when you were a kid.
No. Not the craft. You know what I'm saying? No. So talk about your hookahs. You have hookah here as well.
We do.
So
We do.
talk about that. Well, are there happy hours on that too?
Yeah, so we do half off. It's just Wednesday and Sunday. So our happy hour is
Wednesday and not
through
Wednesday through.
Yeah, so regular happy hour, like the dinner or the sliders, tacos, drinks, that's Wednesday through Sunday, 3 to 6. But the happy hour for hookah is Wednesday and Sunday from 3 to 6.
Okay, I'm looking at your flavors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't smoke hookah, so I don't know what this means. So you got Blue Surfer, Blue Mist, Code 69, Pirates Cove, Pina Colada, Mint, Peach, Strawberry, Watermelon. What do the premium upgrades mean? Like ice base, juice base, shisha blend, liquor base, champagne base. What does that mean?
So in the glass base, you can add these things. For instance, like ice makes it more smooth. The juice, I noticed, I never tried it before, but a friend let me try his. It makes it so you're not coughing as much, I guess. The champagne base gives you a buzz. And the same with the liquor base, and it enhances the flavor. It's just, just to make it more fun.
Makes you get more fucked up quicker.
Yeah, there you go.
It's more about the experience.
It's the same. I'm saying.
I enhance
Long
the
story
experience.
short.
But the champagne base, people really do like that. I never understood it, and then I saw it. I was like, it's pretty cool.
So it gets you
More
an
fun.
alcohol high instead of
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So let's talk about your reservations. What all different parties have you guys thrown there?
Man, you name it. We are big though on birthdays. It seems like every time we have a big birthday party there, we book 3 more. But we do the whole, the whole thing. It's we bring out the birthday shots, the birthday board, the celebratory board, the confetti cannons. I mean, you name it. Like if you haven't been there, I mean, it can be a little scary if you're not ready for it. You're just sitting at the table next to people. Because we add in the lighting system and the whole thing. And if a lot of the times people are in there, and we'll have say the reggae bands, and we have live reggae every Saturday, 6 through 10. They'll stop their set. They'll do the whole birthday song for everybody. And the lights go crazy. The smoke machines go off. the sparklers are on the birthday shot, and then the confetti cannon goes off, and it's a lot. It's a show.
So but how do they book it? They go online or make a phone call?
What's the easiest way? Online. If you're to go, the easiest way to do it is just go onto our website, and Spot Hopper's got a really easy reservation platform set up there.
CentralShoreDrive.com.
So yep, you go ahead and put in your party. We'll confirm it a couple days beforehand. Well, I'll go ahead and journalist me personally, I will text you and make sure you guys are confirmed. See if there's any special, anything you guys need in particular, or anything special that we can do for you. And then you come, you have a good time.
Okay, I have a question about people that make reservations. Do you need their credit card information?
Typically no, unless it's like a very, very, very big party. Do we really need deposits? We do tend to have, like, some parties, there are 20, 25 people. We can accommodate that. But yeah, when it gets that big, we really need to get a deposit on that. Just so you know, at the last second, it's,
Yeah. You don't want to get fucked.
Hey, two people canceling, I can deal with that. 25 people canceling,
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, now, what if someone says, because I've done this before, I have a birthday cake for my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a place to store it, and do you charge for someone to store their cake somewhere?
No, we can do that. We can take your cake and put it in the walk-in for you. We can do all the sparklers and all that good stuff for you. So
let me tell you,
we do offer.
The reason why I'm asking this, all right, I'm not going to name the restaurant because I actually like the restaurant and it's really good food. But I don't play that shit. I don't play certain shit. I'm going to call, make reservations for, let's say, me and my wife. They want my credit card information. And they say, just in case you cancel, it's $25 per person. They're going to take out my fucking credit card. I'm like, no, bro. I'm not doing that. Sorry. I understand, like you said, a big party.
Sure.
But 2 people, you want my credit card information? I'm just going to fucking show up.
For me, that's just a lot to keep up with.
Yeah, I just like, man, you're going to take $50. I mean, what I would do if I had reservations, and I was that type of restaurant, I'd be like, here's your reservation. I'll give you a 10-minute window. And if you call, I'll give you an extra 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're shit out of luck.
Right.
Not like I ain't taking, if you take someone's credit card, I think that's in bad taste, in my opinion. But I do understand with someone like charges, if I bring a cake in and they charge, hey man, we'll have to charge you a little bit to store because you're not ordering our dessert, which I understand.
Generally, we let that slide. Let that slide for them. We're just happy to get them in there. And I'd say we love it when birthdays come in. That's kind of our thing because it's a very high energy lounge restaurant feel, and the birthdays. I mean, just because they are there, it allows us to put on that show, bring that energy. It's like a spark in the air. So it really their celebration becomes the entire place's celebration, I guess, because everybody when all that goes off for the birthday, it's not just their table, but the entire place gets sort of brought into it. So
what time do you guys open every day?
3:00 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we do open at 11:00 on Sunday for the Caribbean karaoke brunch.
What time you guys close?
2:00, generally 11:00 on the weekdays and Sunday. Friday and Saturday we are open till 2 a.m. Full menu, hookah, and bar.
So you're closed on Monday and Tuesday then?
Monday and Tuesday, yes, we are.
Okay. Yep. Other questions I had is because I learned shit on my podcast.
I learned shit on your podcast.
Because from what I understand, if you close at a certain time, you're taxed less. Because that's why some restaurants I know close before midnight because there's a different tax if they close after midnight.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I've never heard that.
Yeah, because I want to say Shadowline Eats does that. I want to say they close at a certain time. So, or was it our corner pizza? They say if we close this time, we evade a certain tax. Look into it. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, I don't know if you're still closed 2 days out of the week after midnight. Maybe that's a different tax. I don't know. I'm just letting them really look into it because that's what they said.
Google it the second I walk out the door.
Yeah. Now talking about taxes, what do you feel as a restaurant owner about that extra 0.5% meal tax?
I mean, Me, I mean, the only real thing is that, I mean, people are already getting hit hard enough with the inflation and everything. I mean, the level that we get a lot where people look at the prices on stuff sometimes and they're like, wow, that's a lot, but they have to understand that's just trickling down because it's the cost of running things and the margins are getting so small that it's just wild out there. And I mean, that's just one more thing that it's kind of I'm not saying the straw that breaks the camel's back, but they're just not really making it that. But it's just almost an insult to injury.
Yeah.
We got all this inflation is driving all the cost up, and then it goes back to the customer. But sooner or later, they're making it so expensive for the customer to come out that
Now, as a restaurant, do you charge the customer their own credit card fee? Or do you eat that, or do you still pay for it?
With the credit cards, we do have a service charge on there, and that just goes towards the whole thing.
Because I know some restaurants, like certain restaurants that I also like, they don't let you know. I don't like that. My opinion. Put a sign out that say we no longer do this.
Yeah, you make sure that you need to have a sign behind the bar. You need to have it on the ticket. And,
not just at the bottom of the check.
A lot of the times, I always tell people, I don't know if it's always going across, but to let people know that there is an additional charge.
Yeah,
but
at least let them know.
Yeah.
What do you think about the no tax on tips bill? Did you read it? You know anything about it?
I haven't gotten into the nuts and bolts of it.
I can tell you because I read it.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, educate me.
Let me drop some
I
wisdom.
told you I learned things on your podcast.
Let me drop some wisdom, okay? Now, it's just the typical political stunt. Mm-hmm. When they name the bill something that really ain't got shit to do with the bill. Mm-hmm. Now, the no tax on tips, that's no tax on cash tips. Now, who the fuck reports their cash tips to the IRS? Exactly. Nobody. But they give it a max. Oh, $25,000 is the max you can claim. No one claims cash on tips for taxes. The only thing this bill does on that aspect is protect the person that makes $2.13 not to get audited by the IRS. Because, hey, I know you're making money. You're making cash tips that you're not reporting.
I did see where there's a certain, I guess there's a limit on the amount of money. I thought I saw somewhere in there like $36,000 a year or something.
From
like
what I read,
that.
it was so if you get and there you're getting tipped on credit cards. Mm-hmm. That's taxed obviously. So it's all cash. Who reports their cash on tips? No one. So but they say max 25. Business owners, there's a lot of tax deduction for business owners and the employers. There's a lot of tax deductions there. Obviously, the taxes of no tax on overtime. That's a plus. No tax on car loan interest rates that are only built for cars in the United States. Okay. So once again, it is cool, but at the same time, everyone that's no cash on tips, then they say no tax on cash tips. I'm like, I don't report that shit.
Then you get into the nuts and bolts of it.
You know what I mean? So like, even though, but it's like that's like that infrastructure.
It was a nice thought.
Yeah, it's cool, but to me, it's like these people don't know that restaurateurs, these people, that servers and bartenders never report their cash tips to the IRS.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just let you know. When I bartended, I didn't. Who the fuck? Who would prove it? I didn't make anything tonight. Prove it. Everything I made was via credit card. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. But if they said, it would be hard not to tax the credit card tips. Because
that's all right there in black and white.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I totally understand it. But that's the nuts and bolts of that. The meal tax to me, but that's just Virginia Beach. That's not Norfolk. That's just the Virginia Beach.
Just the beach, yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, stop.
And I think what they were really going after when they did that was the tourism. I don't think they really had in mind that the local, the year-round, the local people, the people that really take care of, they keep it in business year-round. I don't think that they took those people into account. What they're looking at is all the people that are coming down for the summer, they're coming in town, and that's not something they're going to look into or know any difference, or they're not going to know that it got raised. To them, it doesn't matter, To your local consumer, the people that are coming into the business year round, that's who they're really hitting, it's I mean, to a tourist or like an out of town customer, they don't know. They don't know what the tax was before. They don't know what it is now. So it doesn't really affect them.
And technically,
and if you're coming on vacation, you're ready to spend money anyway.
And technically, before they even said there's 0.5% on tax raise, no one knew what the fuck they were paying.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're looking at it. Well, now it was 11.5.
Yeah.
It's now 12. But we were paying 11 and a
city
half.
and state, yeah.
No one really looked into it. Like, why are we paying? So we're paying 12% overall when we go out to a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? It's like people aren't realizing that. And I'm like, fuck.
That's 12%. Then you throw in your standard 18-20% tip. I mean, now you're paying 32%.
Yeah.
It's more.
Yeah. But I just don't know.
That's an actual number.
Yeah. When you start talking numbers. But what do you think about the dome down at the beachfront in that wave pool thing?
Oh, I'm excited to see what it's going to bring.
Yeah,
I'm excited to get in.
I know they already started
see it. I've seen pictures. I've seen videos. It's very. I'm sure they did a good job with it.
They already started concerts in the dome. Now, I probably will end up going to the dome, but me personally, I don't think I'm ever going to go to the wave pool. I mean,
no.
I'll
no water wings in there.
I'll go with Ocean Breeze is right down the street. I'll go to Ocean Breeze, prevent me from driving over that Rudy Inlet Bridge at all possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel you there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So fuck it. Okay, so are you ready, Ashley, for the Santo signature questions?
Okay, sure. Sorry, I'm just trying to help an employee.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think you've ever witnessed paranormal activity?
No.
Never seen a ghost? Mm-mm. Do you think you've ever witnessed a UFO or alien?
No.
No. Okay, Billy, since we talked about this a few days ago, please explain the witch doctor.
What? I was going to have Ashley do that, but she just.
Well, I gave her the opportunity, bro.
I don't have any experience. I mean, I've had times where I've had. I mean, I felt, I guess, like bad energy, but I didn't see anything, and nothing like happened to me. Really.
Well, I was telling him the story about.
I mean, I didn't personally experience it though. Like you and her, the ones that actually felt it.
All right, so Billy, tell me what happened.
Maybe you should tell that.
Okay, well, Central Shore. It was just it was wild. It was just that I had always, even before we had it, I always heard stories about this weird things happening there. I don't want to go into any details because I mean some of it was pretty crazy. But when we got it, and we being there, it was. Every once in a while, and I'm not talking about, I mean, it's the bars that people act crazy, but I mean, I'm talking about in the middle of the day. We would just have like people would almost, it seemed like they were not them for a minute. I mean, you saw that, yeah?
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider that paranormal.
You don't think that maybe a possession? I'm
asking,
I don't know.
I mean, I've sat there and talked to people and I'm like, who are you? Like, who like? What are you?
And what did they say? I don't remember even saying that.
It was crazy nonsense. Like there was one time, and again, no names to protect the guilty. There was one time at a bar we had to call the police on this person. It was wild. Like it was just they came out of nowhere, and it was just kind of madness. And then just like weird things kept happening in this place. I was like, we need to get this place like exercised or cleaned or something. Something.
Yeah.
So we had a friend, and I just had a feeling. I was like, yo, what do you know about this? And she's like, well, I'm a Colombian witch. So we were like, cool, great.
What are the odds?
We got a job for you. And yeah, it's kind of like running into our chef.
Exactly.
Oh, that's convenient.
It's always set up, man. It's setting you up.
Yeah, it was very convenient. So we turned it loose in there, and I think I had to go buy it. It was a couple gifts and stuff like that. So I got a really nice bottle of, it had to be gold. So I got gold tequila.
Of course.
I got gold tequila, and we came back and we dropped.
Right, did you have to bring a chicken? A live chicken or anything?
No chicken.
It's a Colombian witch doctor, man.
I don't know. But there was a whole list of stuff that we had to get.
Someone's piece of hair, feather.
But there was all kinds of like, what was it? It was like things that
I don't remember exactly, but I do remember that she asked for a bottle of tequila, like for a gift.
Yeah, and there was like
not for her, but for
water and like
the ritual.
Yeah, and there was all kinds of. It was supposed to be like that's part of it. I guess that's part of it. Yeah. And then like all kinds of other ingredients.
I think like maybe cinnamon.
Sage.
She had sage. Yeah.
Cinnamon.
And then there was some sort of liquid that was made
like
up.
mop water, but it wasn't like regular mop water.
What?
I don't remember exactly.
But here's the crazy thing.
Fabuloso.
Here's the crazy thing. So we take her in on a day off. We turn her loose. And she's like, "Well, come back, an hour and a half, blah, 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 yada, yada." So we go out, we get some dinner, we get a happy hour somewhere across the street. We come back and she looks crazy. She like her hair's all messed up. And she reported like there was some wild stuff going on in there. But here's the weird thing. This is where it gets really strange. I'm like, okay, all right, well, we did our part, just in case there's something crazy in here. We did our part to get rid of it. Here's where it went crazy. We were supposed to burn a candle, put a candle in a high spot, burn it for a while, and we lit on fire, and we left. We come in the next day, and everything. I should have written down a list. Clearly not everything, but just a plethora of things are broken. Both AC units, a wine cooler, the hot water heater was down, the deep fryer was broken, the ice machine was making some crazy sound I'd never heard an ice machine make. There was this like, all these things were broken. When I called my technician, my handyman, he's like, "So everything's broken?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess everything." Oh, and the candle. The candle had cracked and blew up. So it was wild.
Jesus.
So yeah. I've never seen anything like that.
That's weird.
Never seen
Did it help?
I think so. What do you think?
The funny thing about it is that that's when our old chef was still there, and shortly after we did this, she left.
Maybe she was part of the evil.
And then we started going like up after the business started getting better.
Yeah. Immediate, like it was a huge turn for it.
Yeah. So I guess that I
was
could
you
say
guys
that
still
the
don't know
energy.
where
It
she
was
went.
like up and
I
out of
can't
the gates
say
at
it's
that point.
paranormal, but I guess the energy definitely shifted to something more positive. But yeah.
High energy. There you go.
Yeah.
So, have you ever heard from that chef again?
No.
You don't know where she went?
We got blocked, and it was really a strange
Maybe she was mad
situation.
at running that witch doctor.
I asked her to do it because she is Puerto Rican, but then I guess we were like, no, I don't think she's gonna be able, because he was feeling like there was seriously something wrong. So then that's why we decided to ask our friend.
Really, like people were acting like really out of character.
Hey man,
Like,
I believe in that
yeah,
shit because
it was very strange.
It was a very strange situation with her too. It didn't make any sense. So
damn.
But then it got better.
That's all that matters. Maybe that witch doctor. Maybe you should have gave her another bottle. Thanks for hooking it up.
Hey,
Yeah,
whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes.
Let's do an annual session.
One a month.
She got the job done, I guess.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to cover, man?
No, I think
pretty much. You're good?
Absolutely.
No.
We're good? Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming. Central Shore, down on Shore Drive, centralshoredrive.com, Central Shore Caribbean on Instagram, and Facebook is Central Shore. And book online is the easiest way to make reservations, basically, right? All right. Well, that being said, please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media platforms. I'm still have a couple more coffee cups and magnets left. $20 for a magnet and coffee cup if interested. And other than that, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.